Hello, I'm Stefano Musardo,
And I'm Giuseppe Giannotti.
and we are two members of the student committee for FENS Forum in 2040, and we are pleased to introduce you the video interview of FENS Forum speakers.
Good morning. It's a pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Ed Boyden. His research is focused on developing tools for analyzing and engineering the circuits of the brain. So my first question is, please introduce yourself and tell us about your professional background.
My name is Ed Boyden. I direct a neuroengineering group at MIT where we build tools to map, record from, control, and even build brain circuits. My background is I trained in chemistry, physics, electrical engineering, and computer science before graduate school, and then went on to do a PhD in neuroscience before returning to MIT to start my group in 2006.
So please give us a preview of your lecture at FENS Forum 2040.
At the FENS lecture, I will be giving the Brain Prize seminar. I'll be talking about some of our work on tools known as optogenetics that let us control neural activity using light. I will also talk about some new technologies we are developing. For example, a recently published paper we did in collaboration with the Viziri group in Austria on recording neural activity throughout an entire organism. In general, I'll talk about a wide variety of tools that we want to develop or have been developing for mapping the brain so that we can understand how it computes.
What are the questions that you can address with optogenetics?
With optogenetics, you can turn on and off the electrical activity of neurons. And what that means is, by activating a cell, you can find out what kinds of behaviors or pathologies it can initiate. And by shutting down a neuron, you can figure out what brain functions it's necessary for. So we've distributed tools to well over 1,000 groups around the world for activating and silencing neurons. For example, neuromodulatory neurons, excitatory neurons, inhibitory cells, and so forth, to figure out how they contribute to brain functions, both normal and abnormal.
So why should students and young neuroscientists attend to FENS Forum 2014?
Well, neuroscience is very interdisciplinary, and there are so many different aspects of neuroscience that are important, from molecular to synaptic to circuits to behaviors to diseases. And something that's become very clear over the first century of neuroscience is that no one discipline can stand alone. So part of what we want to do is develop tools that help all these different fields within neuroscience to work together. And meetings like FENS, I think, and that's part of why I'm so excited to come and attend, can help us really try to merge these different sciences into an integrative understanding of the brain.
Thank you. So what are you most looking forward at the forum?
Well, I'm always eager to talk with people who have different scientific questions that cannot be solved, and then to try to figure out if we can work backwards from those problems, survey all of science and engineering, mechanical, chemical, material, optical, and develop new tools. So the kinds of meetings that I like best are those which have a lot of people and a lot of interaction, and so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Do you want to leave a message for students and young researchers?
I would say that probably 2 points are worth mentioning. One is, I think in the current century of neuroscience, we can achieve the dream of understanding the brain at the ground truth level, with molecular resolution, with the right spatial and temporal precision to really know how a thought or a feeling is being computed, and not incidentally to figure out how to treat brain disorders in an effective way. So I'd like to encourage people to always seek to get things to the ground truth level. Don't settle for a lack of understanding of the mechanism. I think a second thing is that it's very important to be omnidisciplinary, to know as many kinds of things as possible. And it's better sometimes to go after a problem when you don't necessarily have all the expertise in that area, but also you don't know what's probably impossible, and therefore you go after it anyway. So, think big.
So thank to Dr. Ed Boyden for your kind participation, and for everyone, please don't miss his lecture at the FENS Forum 2040. See you there. Bye bye.